Hey, Volley Truthers, this is Coach Johns with the Volley Truth. And the truth is, travel ball is expensive. The fees alone can range from $2,000 to $12,000. Now, at $12,000, that should include every single thing for that player, including travel, hotels, tournaments, practices, uniforms, coaches' travel fees, parking, and food. This cost includes nothing, absolutely nothing, for the parent. As the club season gets underway, the question of how to save continues to pop up. So here are some ways to make travel, well, a little less of a strain on your budget. Number one, ask the club if it's possible to break the payments up across the entire season. Most clubs and club directors totally understand that it is a ton of money to ask of parents all up front and at once or in 5 payments. Number two, scholarships. Does the club have a scholarship or a nonprofit side that you can apply for? Some do. It absolutely never hurts to ask. Does the region you play in have a scholarship? The HOA or Heart of America region has the Davies scholarship. Now, this scholarship is worth about $500. I'm really not sure how many players get this one, but it is there and it's a good thing to have. Number three, join a nonprofit organization where you and the player, if they are old enough, can work different events to make tax-free money. My husband, my son, my daughter, and I were all working within an organization doing different events such as football, baseball games, concerts, and more. Not only did we have fun, but we made some great friends along the way, and enough of a nest egg that, well, we didn't even worry about our travel expenses. How good is that? Again, these organizations are a great way to make tax-free money that can cover extracurricular activities, private school tuition, and even school events such as, but not limited to, homecoming events, proms, senior pictures, and more. Now, you do have to be willing to sell food, cook food, pour soda, even beer and alcohol if you're 21 and older. And you also have to, well, clean up after the events are over. So if you don't have the work ethic or the time, this might not be for you. While I have not been able to find these types of organizations here in the DC, Maryland, or Virginia area, I'm sure, absolutely positive that they have to be here because this area is like way too many sports teams, concerts, and other events happening for it not to be here. So please leave a comment if you live in these areas and know any names of organizations that offer opportunities like this. As a matter of fact, I will do a follow-up video with a list if there are different organizations that anyone, anywhere are involved in that can help make the cost of travel volleyball easier on the pockets. Please ensure to add the organizational information in the comment section because, well, all of us need help. If you are located in the Kansas City, Missouri, or Kansas City, Kansas area, here are a few organizations that you can get involved in. Heart and Soul at heartandsoulnpo.com and on Facebook at Heart and Soul NPO. Contact Tamala Smocks on how to get signed up. Next on the list is Friends and Family. fourtheyouth.net is where you're going to Google. Contact Christy Patilli, I'm sure I said her name wrong, on how to get signed up. Lastly, there's Spring Hill Friends. You're going to want to look them up on Facebook to get signed up. Number 4, bagging groceries. This is a fun way to make some quick cash. Talk to your local grocery stores about it and get to bagging. Typically, the best days are the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and major holidays. You gotta get them while they're in the mood to give. This one hits home for me because I can remember when our daughter and her team did this particular one. We ran 2 3-hour shifts and collected $500 all in one day. Number 5, carpooling. This is especially great if there are parents on a team that are single or a spouse can't make a game. This saves on gas, and it also gives parents that travel partner or partners that, well, players just aren't. Number 6, housing together. This cuts costs greatly. I have seen and done where parents have reserved an Airbnb near the hotel, the volleyball menu that housed like 4 to 5 families to cut the costs. Not only did this cut down on the place to stay cost, but they had breakfast and dinner right there in the home. They were even able to have some parents sleep on in while another parent carpooled the players to the venue. And we all know about that 8 a.m. match that the players ref first and have to be there at 7:30. Most parents absolutely do not want to go or even drop the girls off and go back to the hotel. Don't be shy. Start building relationships and talking about tournament dates and seeing if there is an opportunity to set something up like this right now. Number 7, hotel breakfast. If you have to stay in a hotel, check to see if they have early breakfast. They often make earlier exceptions specifically for these tournaments, but buyers beware. For big qualifiers, hotels do not offer the breakfast option, even though it states that the breakfast option is offered on their website. They don't. You can also see if there's a suite option possible with a cooking area. At least you can cook breakfast in the hotel and make your player a hearty lunch with tons of like snacks to take into the tournament hall. Another thing to check on are your hotel points. If you or your spouse travels a lot for business, you can actually see if you have enough hotel points to cover part or all of the hotel costs for that weekend. Number 8, stay with family or friends. If the tournament is a national qualifier, you can actually see if the family or friend are within 70 miles from the venue. And then you can get an exception to policy through the event housing. But please be advised that while most venues don't check, some do. They will ask for proof of address of that friend or family member that lives within 70 miles of the venue. And here's the thing, we were asked when we attended the national qualifier in Las Vegas, and we just had to show like my godmother's electrical bill or something like that. And actually, we also had to send the Google map of the distance. There's the 50-50 raffles, where you sell or the team sells $5 raffle tickets to friends and family members. People buy the tickets, put their info on the ticket. All the money raised from the tickets are split 50-50 between the team and the ticket winner. And the winner is chosen on the end of the date of the raffle, right? Make sure to have your club put the name of the winner in their monthly newsletter or on the club's social media platforms. Makes the winner feel really special. Last year, a team I know of raised $1,200. They got $600, and the person whose name was drawn got $600 as well. Now, that's a good chunk of money. Here are 2 honorable mentions to help cut costs. Number 1, bake sales. Selling baked goods are just a great way to have a team bonding and make a little extra cash. Besides, who don't like sweets? I do. But be warned, right? With all of the allergies and gluten-free folks that are out, today, make sure to list all of the ingredients at the time, okay? Number 2, sponsors. There are companies out there that would love to sponsor your baby or your team. See what companies that parents work for or where you frequent all the time. I've seen orthodontists, dentists, stores, and more sponsor an individual or the entire team. It's a tax write-off for them anyway. Preparing and planning ahead really is the best way to stay in front of this travel train. I hope these tips light a path to easing the cost of travel ball. And if I forgot to mention a great way to save that can help parents with the cost of travel volleyball, please, by all means, leave a comment below, because we don't know what we don't know. That's all for now, but if you like the content, leave a comment below, spike the like button, and subscribe to my channel.